How's it going, Shaq?
Okay. Oh, I guess when you're hearing this, it is MLK Day.
Mm,
So, happy MLK Day
happy MLK Day.
to you and yours. Yeah. So that's it. I mean, there's nothing new. I'm just sitting around wondering why there's not a good parade, but otherwise, how are you doing?
I am I gotta tell you a little disturbed that MLK is getting outshined by the TikTok ban. Um like real talk, when you were setting that up, I was like, oh yeah, the TikTok ban coming, right? Not the great great band that helped
Oh,
with the
and
political
also,
movement. No.
I guess it's also inauguration day.
Yeah, I think that's that Monday too, right?
Oh God, what an emotional day,
Real
man.
talk. Yo.
Anywho, we're here for you.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That would have real talk. This inauguration would have made Martin a lot more Malcolm. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think he was already moving.
Yeah, he was
He was
starting to
already
pivot a little
moving
bit.
to Malcolm, and Malcolm was kind of moving a little to a peaceful.
Yeah.
And then get your hand out my pocket, and here we are with this idiot president
Mhm.
again. Ah, boy, good times. Also, I believe that January 20th or 21st, somewhere in there, is usually the most depressing day of the year or
Whoa!
something like that. Like it's a day where people feel the darkest and not
Why?
like light wise, but I mean like in their hearts and souls. I believe it's like a very dark day. So if you're able to out there get you some sort of um therapy of some sort, like if you don't have like one of those sun lamps, if you can, if it's just you need a little vitamin D, take some vitamin D, stare directly into the sun. Who cares at this point?
Yeah.
What are we saving ourselves for? um
Yo.
Try to, I mean, I know it's hard to lift your, try if you can to get out of bed.
Yo, you
Try
call
to,
I'm blown away by this. I never heard of this before. Blue
oh
Monday.
yeah, try if you can, just try to get out of bed. Just walk to a place, even if it's just inside your apartment. Like
Yo.
try to get up. You know, see if you can take a shower. If not, do give yourself a little horse bath in the sink, which I
Real
don't know if whores are mad that um I'm not mad, but I don't know how the rest of the whores feel about calling it a horse bath. But yeah, just try to do something. We need you here.
yeah.
I think most people would need you here.
We need the numbers.
Yeah, we need the yeah,
Real talk.
yeah.
We need the people. We need the good vibes.
Mhm.
You know,
We
I'm inspired by this. Blue
uh-oh.
Monday. I think
Mhm.
I'm gonna invite all my friends over.
Oh yeah?
I'm gonna hit up all the high school homies. I haven't seen all of them in a while. I'm gonna say, yo, you know what? I gotta check in on y'all. Make sure you good. And it's a good day that if you haven't been good, just to come be good for an hour.
Right.
You know what I mean? No pressure, just come chill. And
Yeah.
if there is something going on, a good day to like reconnect with people so that you can feel free to say, hey, by the way, I'm going through this.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to look at what this Monday is. A good way to deal with it because it is a very like it could be for you a very happy day, but for what reason? You know what I mean? Like or a dark day, but for what reason? Like
Real
it's
talk. Have you looked outside? Where?
so like I think it might be a good day to kind of like check up on people, like try to get your folks together,
Yeah.
and just kind of check in. I don't, not that I'm a um emotional person. I mean I am, but I don't let people see that shit. That shit's weak. But but I think
Every now and then, y'all swear shot. Yo, you help me mental health wise, and then every
uh-huh.
now and then you do some shit that I'm like, yo, that's that toxic shit I see that I got in me, and I'll fuck with it too.
Well, I mean, there are I am the way that I am.
We got multitudes.
At multitudes, and, if you really, like, pull out and look at it, and you probably could be like, "But why is she like that? Why is this in her life and not that in her life? How is it that she's" and then I, say something like, "Emotions are bullshit, B," and then you're like, "Oh, there it is."
Real talk, yo. You are a loving, caring person 98% of the time. 2% of the time, yo, you Cameron and paid in full. Like you are
I
so cold.
I am, I really am. Oh my gosh. There are times where I'm just like, "Oh my god, I don't Jesus, Lord of mercy. Someone pray for me because I truly don't give
Real
a
talk.
shit about but for the rest of you, I do, but man, what I don't, I really don't. So
98% empathetic comedian, 2% real dope drill rapper. Shalewa Sharpe.
yeah, so try to tap into that 98%.
Yeah,
And and if you are in the 2%, give yourself a day to cosplay as a 98%. And like just kind of get it out and like be around people that you enjoy being around. And that doesn't mean that you got to sit around and talk about heavy shit. Just
right. Just bullshit. Chill out.
yeah, just try to and if you are on the other end, try if you can open up and let someone give you a hand to like kind of nudge you out of it.
Yeah, I
'Cause,
like that.
we're all in this together.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm doing that. Real talk. I'm gonna hit up the
Mhm.
homies. I haven't seen some of them in a while. We had one of my friends growing up passed away right after New Year's. So like I saw some faces I haven't seen in like some of them in over like 15 years.
Right.
It was trippy to kind of like be around like the old like hood in that capacity.
Mhm.
Um, but it was also like it just became fun after a while that we just started sharing dope memories.
Right.
It was like a good hang in a weird way. Um, we I I introduced this idea of a last longer bet between all of us. Uh,
Oh. Oh,
but
Gastor.
everybody's down. Real talk. We're
Yeah,
gonna
no, I mean, yeah, absolutely. If you don't wanna lose, I mean, this might get people to eat vegetables or
real talk. I told everybody like, yo, live healthy. I want y'all to live a long life. And then, unfortunately, when one of us passes away, we're gonna put in $20. Yeah, man. We're gonna take half and buy drinks for that day, for that occasion, and
Uh-huh.
tell stories about, that person and hang out.
Right.
And the other half goes to the pot.
Oh my god.
And that way the last person gets to buy like a really decadent drink and like remember the homies.
Oh, man.
I think it's beautiful, low
It
key.
is beautiful, but I'd hate to be the last man standing.
Yo, you can get like a $3,000 bottle though.
What are you gonna do with a $3,000 bottle when you know that's not gonna interact with your medication?
Yo, you gonna see all your friends.
Oh, boy.
Real
Alright.
talk. I gotta tell you, Gabby was like Gastor, like she was tight.
Yeah.
But the speed with which my friends bought in on this idea,
Yeah,
like
that's
lets
why
me
they're
know.
your
Real
friends.
talk, like they was like so fast down. They're like, yo, gee, that's kind of fire. Like, hell yeah. Gabby was judging all of us. She grew up with us too, but she be fronting like she ain't down. But she also put in $20. Okay. Real talk. She better than us, but she not better than us. Okay. That's still my people. Real talk.
Oh my
She was
god.
like, because she was just embarrassed because she's grown up. We're still
Right.
that.
Right,
She was like,
yes.
yeah, so don't do that. But also, hell yeah, I want to be
Here's
in there.
my 20.
Real talk.
Here's my 20, but this is so stupid.
Real talk. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe. But everybody else was like, yeah, that's kind of fire. Let's go.
Oh my
So
god.
yeah, hope I hope we don't know who's next, obviously, and I hope it's super far away. But
Right.
it was like a cool like moment, and like we kind of got it kind of like broke the tension sadness of it a bit.
Sure.
And we just had a good time. But to your point, like it was a chance to kind of like reconnect, and like a lot of us have like hung out since.
Mhm.
After going literally like years without chilling, I seen him again. Like, oh, you know what I mean? That's dope.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that stuff matters. Look at that. We're gonna do it again. Blue
That's
Monday.
great.
It's gonna be popping. All blue drinks.
Oh, blue wait, you're calling it Blue Monday?
And that's what the name of the day is. Blue Monday
Oh, is
is
that the
yeah.
really?
I googled it. Yeah, Blue
I
Monday is the third Monday in January, typically viewed as like the saddest day in the year.
Okay, I don't know if I realized that it had a, name, so I literally was just like, "You mean you're calling it Blue Monday like the New Order song?" Which honestly may mean nothing to you, but I feel like there's a strong 15% of our listeners who know what I'm talking about, and they're probably all the people that I went to high school with or knew in my 20s. So like I could probably name the people who know what I'm talking about, and everybody else are they're friends of yours. But
Real talk. Everybody else is gonna be at my house drinking Mystic, Hypnotic, and Alizé.
oh
All right.
God, don't do that. Why would you do that to
They
them?
order, if you got any more blue drinks, let me know. I think this
Um, I guess a blue raspberry Kool Aid.
blue raspberry Kool Aid is in there. Now you
Yeah,
know, did I talk to you about this? I didn't know that blue raspberries weren't real.
we may have had this discussion.
That shit blew my mind. Shot like last year, like within 6 months of today, I
I
found
I
out.
I feel like we may have had that discussion. That doesn't. I mean, I definitely if someone
Yo,
said that to me, and I was gonna put money on it, I would say you were the one that said that to me.
that shit like it hurt me a little because like I've assumed it was healthy, and it's not even a real fruit. Real talk. That shit
Okay.
blew my mind. I was shopping, trying to like mix up the berry game,
Oh
get
my
some
god, and
smoothies
you
going.
went in looking for blue raspberries.
Blue raspberries. They're like, nah, B,
Oh.
that's not a thing. I Google it because I'm like, I buy blue raspberry drinks all the time. They're like, you do, but those aren't real. They're like Gatorade. Real talk. And like
Oh,
everything you
no.
buy that says blue raspberry is made with water and powder. You know what I mean? That shit is a chemical combination.
Yeah, yeah.
Thought it was a real fruit.
No, just like ranch isn't a real flavor.
You know, yo, that's wild. Real talk. Stop with that shot.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to blow your mind this close to Blue
Real
Monday.
talk, yo. Now I got real reasons to be sad. Real talk. Ranch not being real is crazy to me.
Yeah,
What is
yeah,
ranch supposed to?
exactly. It's just kind of a made up flavor. It's buttermilk and then just
But we
these
know,
seasonings, and that's what ranch is. Like, it's not based
yo,
on, the homegrown fields of ranch. It's not it's not like a
yo, that's crazy, yo,
yeah, it's not we don't pluck ranch off of trees. It's just I really broke your brain right now,
yo.
didn't I?
But how old is ranch?
I feel like maybe late 70s,
That's yo,
early
ranch.
80s.
Ranch is that young?
Hold on, let me ranch is that young?
Yo,
Hold on, let me look up ranch flavor because I read an article.
yo, that's
Um,
wild. So like, my parents were alive in the no ranch world.
I mean, I was in the focus group for Cool Ranch Doritos
Get the fuck out of
when
here,
I was
Doc.
13. I told you that, right?
No, I work at Frito Lay. I would have talked about this to you for hours. Like I would
Yeah,
have stopped the
no.
podcast to talk to you about this shit.
Oh, no, when I was 13, I was in a focus group for Cool Ranch Doritos. So, I was at a place in a strip mall, me and a few other 12 and 13-year-olds, and they had us munching on these chips, and they were asking us what we thought of the flavor and blah, 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 and then they were like, "This is Doritos, but this is what, it's a ranch flavored," and by then, I was just like, "I mean, okay." And, and then, like, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 months later, it hit the shelves, and I was like, "Yo, I did that shit."
Yo,
Yeah.
yo, that's fire.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or
Ho-
okay, it says invented early 50s.
Yo, that's wild.
Yeah. Ranch dressing was invented in the early 50s by, Steve Henson, a Thayer, Nebraska native working as a plumbing contractor in Anchorage, Alaska, while cooking to feed his work crews. He retired from plumbing at 35, which, okay, king, and
Yo,
moved his wife to Santa Barbara, where he purchased a guest ranch and renamed it Hidden Valley Ranch. Th- Okay.
yo, real talk, B. That's the
Yeah.
American dream right there, yo.
Yeah. So, and then they came up with the flavors.
Yo, on God, yo, real talk. Blue
Mm.
Monday. If you needed a reason to have optimism,
Mhm.
listen to the story of the creation of Ranch. Okay. Real talk, man. There's a man out there that was like, yo, I could aspire to be whatever I want to be.
Yeah, he's just cooking for his fellow plumbers in Anchorage, and I was just like, "Yo, I think this is something, though.
Yo, it's just saying,
I'm gonna retire at 35
yo, off this sauce.
off the sauce,
Real talk.
and then we're gonna go all in on
We
it."
go all in. Can you drink it? Nah, B. You got to put it on stuff. That's the only way it works.
Oh my god.
That's his
Yeah.
bananas. That
Uh,
was the vision that dude had.
yeah,
Real
yeah.
talk. He had
So,
solid work, yo. Out here
yeah, he had
fixing toilet.
solid work.
He had
Can you
solid work.
imagine? Yeah.
Dude,
Like, if I could be a plumber now, I don't know if I'd do comedy.
real talk. I tell my dad all the time. My dad yelled at me for years. He wanted me to either go into air conditioning repair or plumbing.
Right.
He was like, yo, like, I'm paying for this college shit, but real talk, go get a blue collar job. It's
Mhm.
always money in it. People need you.
Always. Yep.
And on top of that, it doesn't help that like there's a Guyanese dude on my block, immigrated here
Mhm.
when we were like, he's my age. He's 16, immigrated here, learned English, and like there's something about like immigrants that like when they come here after a certain age,
Right.
it don't matter how old they are, they're older in spirit.
Right.
So he's my age, but he's my dad's homie.
Okay.
You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like him and my pops, like they chill, they drink beer, and like they talk shit about me and their kids. Like, now you believe these fucking whippersnappers? And my dad's talking about me, he's talking about a 10-year-old. You know what I mean? Real talk.
Oh
But
my
that dude
god.
be fixing air conditioners, and like he installed my central AC.
Mhm.
And like that was like 11, 12 years ago.
Right.
And he was starting like he's like, yeah, I just start my own company. I was working for this dude for a while. Just branched out on my own. I was like one of his first customers. And like
Wow.
as a courtesy, he still fixes my joint.
Mhm.
But like he's like, I don't even got time for this no more. He's like, I only do like corporate now.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he got like 8 AC repair dudes that work for him. And he's like, I go to like the major accounts that like he has like supermarket chains.
Oh my
So
gosh.
like when I come home with like, yeah, I did some new joke, yuck shit. And this dude over here owns half of the block across the street. That pass me tight, yo. Real talk, yo.
Oh god.
That shit is bread. And this dude gave up that future because of ranch, yo.
Because of ranch.
Because of
So,
ranch.
I mean, he makes like as like for the one, your neighbor, your friend who is followed his HVAC dreams.
Right?
There's that, but keep in mind, you got to keep. We need the dreamers.
We
We
need
need the
them.
creative,
Yeah.
right? We need that. This guy gave up the the prospect of all of that for ranch dressing.
Where would we be without ranch today?
I mean, would America be America? That's literally how Europe classifies us.
Right.
Oh, right, right, right. We need to get ranch. The American is here. Someone
Yeah.
bring like if you my understanding is if you go to a grocery store in a European country that is catered towards Americans, it is mostly ranch dressing.
Yeah, ranch on the cereal?
Yeah,
Hello?
like that's it. It's ranch and I don't know, maybe ice. I don't know, but that's all Americans want is ice cubes and ranch dressing.
Yo, that's wild.
Yeah.
Yo, Sha, real talk, man. Like, you've done some incredible things in your life, but like that focus group shit is crazy.
Yeah, I that's so funny that you hadn't heard me talk about that.
Have you not talked about this on stage? That
I
shit is
oh yeah, I have. I did do like a joke about it on the first album, and I do kind of pull it out when I was talking about candy. I would
yeah.
close with that. about me, like, I'm an authority on snacks because
Oh yeah.
yeah, but, yes, like, I have mentioned it on stage, but that is y like, it's so funny because I hadn't thought about it for years and years, and then I thought about it when working on some other joke. I was like, "Oh, yeah, I did do that thing with Cool Ranch Doritos," and I said it on stage, and, like, the audience carried me out on their shoulders. They were like, "What the fuck?" They were so I was just like, "You're welcome."
Real
And
talk,
people were
yo.
like, "Is that real?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, over on" Yeah, it was over in Doraville. They had a
Yo.
yeah, like, you know, my mom did a lot of focus groups, you go in, you talk, they give you 40 bucks,
Hell yeah.
right? So she was always doing that, and then if they had one for kids, so she threw me in that one. And I didn't know what was gonna happen, and then that was it, and they literally gave us $40 at the end of it, and they were like, "Thanks."
Yo.
And then that shit came out. But that also means that people do the math and they're like, "Wow, so up until when you were 13, there was no Cool Ranch?" And I'm like,
Yo.
"No, it was a nacho cheese world. It was
That's
only nacho
wow.
cheese."
Yo.
Yeah.
So what potato chips what did Frito-Lay have at that point?
Oh, they had enough. I mean, okay, so they had nacho cheese Doritos, which I feel like I kinda remember those just appearing on the scene, but, I think Doritos had a taco seasoning flavored Dorito,
Okay.
like, early on, and then they kinda let that go as they were
Right.
trying to figure out so then it was, like, just nacho cheese. So, Cool Ranch, I'm thinking is, like I feel like that was 85, 86, somewhere in there maybe is
Right.
when, but, you had just your basic Lay's, you had a sour cream and onion and, a barbecue, I feel like.
Yeah,
It was
barbecue
just
been strong.
yeah, like, it was just the most whatever you think of as the basic flavors.
Yo, that's fire shot. Real
So,
talk.
yeah, so when Cool Ranch came out, it really felt like, "Yo, what is" like, I remember nacho cheese being like a, "What is this delicacy?" And then Cool Ranch, and it's like, "What on earth?" And now everything is flaming hot, but I'm like, "But I was part of the reason that we were switching up." That we were like,
Yeah.
"Let's see what we can do." It is kind of wild, yes.
Yeah,
When
real
I think
talk.
of it from a historical lens, sure, but
Yo, that's wild.
man, I swear I told you, but no, that would make sense because your mind is blown, and I feel
Real
like you
talk.
would remember, seeing as you worked at Frito-Lay, you would have
Shot. This
remembered
is a
me.
core memory for me, learning this about you. This is wild, Shot. You were a part of history.
Yeah, yeah, I was a part of
Real
history.
talk.
Yet
Like,
another historic moment in your life.
yo, because you know how like ranch. I don't care if you like it or dislike it. It
Mhm.
is clearly like important
Right.
in American history.
Yes.
It is one of the few flavors that like has done such a strong job branding that
Mhm.
like I literally see color when I eat it. Like I see blue.
Yes. Oh, goodness. We really could do a whole episode of just, like, the colors whatever the color theory is behind, like, chips, and when they
Yeah,
decide what shade of red or pink to use for the different thing. So, like, to me, of course, sour cream and onion tastes green,
yeah,
right? And ranch tastes blue, but, there's nacho cheese, which is a particular kind of red, but then there's, like all right, so you gotta kick up the red a little bit if it's gonna be a hot one, a hot
right,
nacho cheese, right? Or a hot ranch or a hot whatever, or a chili this, or okay, we gotta introduce jalapeno, but that's a different shade of green than onion.
right.
Like, there's so much.
Yo, who you telling? I had to put them joints out.
Right,
We
I'm
had
sure.
there's a planogram
Oh, I
that they
bet.
had us like do where like if you see a Frito Lay rack, there's a
Mhm,
strip that they put in front that A is decorative of the rack, but
mhm.
B is to dumbify the rack so
Right.
that when you're packing it, you know what goes where.
Mhm.
And it's like there's like 5% room with it that they like allowed for like regional stuff.
Okay.
Like this is cool here, but everything else is like, yo, we
Set.
studied.
Mhm.
This goes here on this shelf, this size
Yeah.
every time. This is what
Yeah.
you do to fill it out. And like,
I love that kinda shit, which is
yeah,
so
real
weird.
talk.
I
I find
absolutely
them
love a
just
planogram.
fascinating.
Yeah.
Planogram was fire. Real talk. I'm like, yo, this is beautiful. And like it looks cool to your eye.
Right. Yeah.
It just genuinely works. There's a system to it, and like it works with your shopping. It messes with your head because you realize why it works.
Mm.
Like they'll put like flavors that you want at a shelf that's higher because they'll know you'll reach for it, but they'll put a
Right.
new flavor in your face so you could try it.
Yes.
And then like if that flavor moves up, you know that it's working.
And if it moves down, they're about to phase it out?
They gotta phase it out, or they trying
Yeah.
to pivot it. Like, yo, how do we get this to work?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it ain't working.
Mhm.
Yo, I found that stuff like fascinating. Like, yo,
Yeah,
they really get me to buy chips off of colors.
I absolutely love that. There's a book called Why We Buy. I don't know if I've mentioned it. It's called Why We Buy, and it's by, Paco Underhill, I think
Okay.
is the guy's name, and it's basically just about marketing, retail merchandising and marketing, and retail setups, and why stores and are set up the way that they are, and how when you first walk into like a mall store, there's just kind of an area where there's like nothing there to get you acclimated so that you can figure out where the things are and why you put some things on a certain shelf, but you can't have the shelves too close together because if people reach down towards the bottom to get it and their backs touch, they're going to move away and they're not going to go back to that
Ah.
shelf because they're embarrassed because you accidentally rubbed butts with someone else while both of you were trying to reach for, like, it's wild. I
Yeah,
love
that's
that.
fire.
And he also did a book called, About the Mall, and it was just, like, the kind of the history of the mall and how the mall is a little bit, like, fading away, but what all of that is. But that Why We Buy, I had started working at, like, a Borders Books, and one of my supervisors, we were setting it up. It was a new store, so we were setting it up, and she's explaining, "Okay, we gotta put this here and there, and here's a planogram." And she's like, if you're wondering why we're doing any of this, there's a book called Why We Buy that I highly recommend." And I was like, "You know what? I am kinda interested as to why we're doing this because I had worked at the Gap, and we had planograms and putting together those outfits that are on mannequins.
Right.
We They would send us these detailed things on what to put on each mannequin and how to arrange them because they had planned out this is the outfit that's going to get people in and all that other kind of crap. And so I had a manager there who was really into that, and I would help him like build out walls and do all of that kind of stuff. And so I was like, all right, I'll read this book. And I love it. I love it.
Yo, real talk. Y'all just heard history in the pod, yo. Real talk. It's so wild. That's incredible. We're gonna get into news, but nothing we talk about
Right.
is more important than what you just learned. Okay. Shalewa gave us the Cool Ranch Dorito.
You're welcome, everybody.
Real talk. That's wild, be real talk. That should be on all of your business cards. That's incredible.
I know, but then,
Oh man.
having to explain to the kids what a focus group is, it's a whole thing.
Let's get into the news. Kicking us off. Too many Airbnbs.
Mm,
Spain's prime minister wants up to 100% property taxes on foreign buyers.
what?
That's right. Spain's prime minister is pushing for a far-reaching act to ease the nation's housing crunch, including a tax of up to 100% on property purchases by non-European Union buyers. There are too many Airbnbs. What's lacking is housing, says Pedro Sanchez on Monday, as he put forth the wrath of new measures to help renters and house hunters. In 2023, non-residents from outside of the European Union bought around 27,000 homes and apartments in Spain, not to live in them, but mainly to speculate and make money from them. With the housing scarcity that we have, we clearly cannot allow this, said Sanchez. To tax the tax of up to 100% on property purchases, which would apply to UK and US buyers, among others, would be much higher than the current levies in Spain. The
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Where you go tax the whole price? Yeah.
Like, "Yo, I gotta pay this 2 times and then keep paying it each."
Real talk. All you just
Yeah.
told me is the Airbnb is going to be way more expensive.
Right,
Real
exactly.
talk.
Or maybe people have to let that shit go.
Yeah. Real talk. I'd honestly move to these places. I don't even like. I like the idea of, like, going to like Europe. I don't know about Spain necessarily, but
You don't wanna go to Spain?
nah, I don't know. B. I feel like they don't like the other Spanish folk.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yes.
They got like
Right.
the
Yeah. No,
we the
there are
top boss
issues.
Spanish. Yeah,
Sure.
there's a few issues there. No
Right, right,
beef to
right.
any Spaniards here, although honestly, don't even know any. Um, but if I meet one of y'all, what's up? We cool. Like
Right.
sincerely, no beef. But
Mhm.
I know that like it's a little funny necessarily. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
it's
get
a
it.
little I think "It's a little funny" is the perfect way to describe that.
Yeah, you know. But I've thought of like whenever like one of these articles pop up of like what it would be like if like 60-year-old me and Gabby like, buy like a little castle in like Italy or something.
If you bought a little castle in Italy.
Yeah, like I don't know what the houses look like. I'm just
Oh, you're
calling
just
it.
assuming that they're
Yeah, I'm just
castles
assuming they castles. Like it could
because
be
it's
like a
Europe. Right.
yeah, like it could be a one bedroom castle. I don't know what they look like.
A one-bedroom
Real
castle?
talk.
Okay. Alright. I mean, I don't want to be the one to tell you that they won't all look like castles, but, I mean, what do I know?
And also, I might be like just really broad on what castle is.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, a man's home is
His castle. You know what I mean?
so, okay. I'm just going by the small apartment YouTube videos that I watch.
Okay.
I watch a lot of them, mostly from one channel in particular called Never Too Small,
Okay.
where people do these very tasteful they go into these small spaces and they do these very tasteful kind of makeovers or rearrange so that you can see all the various storage options when you turn to all of it into one room that does, that kind of thing. And
Yeah.
there are quite a few of them that were in Spain, quite a few of them all over. A lot of them are, like, Melbourne, Australia,
Huh.
um, quite a few in, um yeah, in Madrid and in Barcelona, and it just
Yeah.
yeah, so, like, they're not all castles, but,
Okay.
you know, they are cool looking.
Yeah. I think it'd be fun. Like have like a little like castle era. Like
You
me and Gabby just kicking it out here in the stones.
Okay,
You know?
okay. Yeah, no, I will give you that. You might not be in a castle, but you will have to walk up a lot of stones.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It'll
Every
keep us limber.
all the steps are stones. I
Yeah.
and again, I've not I was about to say I've never left the country, but I just realized no, I have now. I've
Yeah.
actually left the country now.
You been to other continents, homie.
Yeah, so but I've never been to Europe. So I'm just
Okay.
assuming based on these clips that I watch that everything is just on top of lots of rocks. You've at least been to
Yeah.
Europe, so you probably have more information than I do as to whether or not everything's a castle.
Listen, that random Italian family that like showed me a lot of love and gave me a haircut and some food.
Right.
They were dope. And that mountain that that house was in, it was beautiful. And I
Mhm.
couldn't find it again if I tried.
Right.
But
Yes.
that was gorgeous. It looked regular in the sense that like everything they had was stuff that I feel like I have.
Right.
Nothing felt like bigger. It looked different, a lot more wood and stone than brick,
Right.
but
Yes,
still like
exactly.
equivalent. You know what I mean? Like that,
Mhm.
okay, this is what this would be here. So it didn't feel nicer or worse. It just felt like their version.
Right,
So
yeah.
I think I could do that there, and I think it'd be cool just to have like a. Honestly, I just want to do it for kicks. Like I want like my grandkids to be like, "Yo, where's Grandpa?" He like, "Oh, he out here in Italy." You know what I mean? Whatever.
Yeah, no,
And send
absolutely.
postcards. I think it'd be fun. Come visit
Yeah.
me. I'm out here. You know
Yeah,
what I
that
mean?
totally makes sense. That totally makes sense.
I think it'd be cool. I want to spend 1 year in a Spanish speaking country.
Okay.
I think that'd be fun. And I definitely want to do like a decade in general in another place.
Okay. Alright.
You know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
that sounds great. I don't know if I have any dreams like that on account of not having been over there yet,
Okay.
here, but, um, I
You wouldn't
am
move to Australia?
I don't know, man. We were just talking about them spiders. Long as they keep finding bigger spiders, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. Um,
Fair, fair.
yeah, no, Australia was lovely, um, uh, but they were based on their comedy, which is all that I could base anything on. They were very silly, and I don't know if I could do all that silly. Uh,
Really?
it was very, like, I think my sensibility, and this could be because I have been trying to get to London for since, like, 7th grade. I've been trying to get over to London, and I'm going to do it this year. Everybody mark my words. I'm gonna go over there this year, and I feel like part of me will be like, I mean, it's just a city like any place else. And then part of me is going to be like, I must live here immediately. And I need to be prepared for that. I need to be prepared for that because I'm not like a, oh, I've always wanted to live and I'm good here. Wherever it is that I am, I'm not like I don't have a lot of wanderlust, so I'm usually
Right.
just like, "No, I'm fine." Is relatively bug and rodent free, and,
Hell yeah.
I'm good. Yeah, I don't move around a lot, but I don't know, part of me just feels like I'm gonna go to London and I'm gonna go, "Oh, this is the place. This must
Yeah.
be the place."
I gotta
So
tell you, I've known 2 people that moved to London,
Mhm.
and spent significant time there. Both of them, remind me of you. Real talk. Real talk.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Yo,
that might be I feel like that might be the jam for me,
yeah, yo. Shouts to
perhaps.
Anna and Alvaro. Those are my peoples. Real talk.
So, yeah, I don't know, but I do wanna get over there and I do wanna see, but I haven't necessarily in my mind been like, and then I wanna waste away the rest of my years in a villa. What do I know of villa? No thanks. I don't know where anything is, so I do wanna just go over there and see what's what, but, um, like, torch to my head, probably London,
Okay. There
probably
you go. We
London.
got some. Imma
Yeah,
def do Italy for a bit with Gabby.
yeah,
I want her to see that again with me now that we married and, like,
mhm,
older.
sure.
Um, I see us visiting a lot of places.
Right,
That I def see happening. Moving though, I'm open to like 4 or 5 places. I'd
okay.
love to like the DR trip kind of surprised me. It like won me
Mm,
over. I'd honestly move back to like the
mm,
fam's like roots and all of that. Um, I had a blast over there staying at my aunt's cribs. Like I visited 2 different aunts, one from each side of the family. They
right.
live in very different parts of DR and I connected with both of them. But yeah, like it's a place that I visited a lot as a kid, didn't feel that connection like that. I was like, where's pizza? And you know what I mean? I want to
Sure.
see Yankees and comic books, and none of that was there. And like I've gone back and like all the things that I need as an American are actually super accessible now.
Right, right,
And then the stuff that like I initially dismissed is actually stuff that like as an older person, I'm like, that's kind of dope. You know what I mean?
right, right,
So
right.
yeah, like I was surprised at like how quickly I was acclimating to it. Real talk. The only reason I couldn't move to DR now is the internet.
Mm.
I was there for 2 weeks. I tried. I went to everybody I knew. I did not see anything remotely close to reliable internet. Like
Right, right.
wide cable, phone, nobody had that shit. Like
Yeah.
everything that everyone told me, nah, it's fast here. It's not fast there at all. Real talk. Y'all do not understand what we working with over here.
Right,
Like I
exactly.
it's different. I'm telling you. And also like in researching it, I got humbled by the way, because I found out that like we're not even top 5 in like landline internet either. There's like
Oh, yeah.
there's like 4 other countries that like their internet is like double ours and in the phone game we getting bodied. There's like 10 countries that like are faster internet speeds.
Oh, sure. No, I absolutely believe that. I mean, there are definite large pockets in this country that don't get any sort of service that I think
Yeah.
is something that is not discussed, and maybe it's not discussed because all of the discussions are happening online and the people who need to can't get on. But
Mm.
yeah,
Why ain't they
so
saying nothing about
right.
it? Speak up. You know what I mean? On your 28.8K.
Yeah, like they're out there, might as well just be with a tin can and string telling us that it's just not really working.
Who sent
Um
the email through Juno.com 6 years ago,
Not you.
hoping that shit reaches us.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, I would say mind spring, but I think that might actually still move. I think. Um But
Oh
yeah, I
man.
don't know. Also for me, add Japan.
Ooh, I like that one.
Like maybe like I also am trying to get to Tokyo just to see and other places to see what that is like.
Hell yeah.
Uh,
That's definitely a visit for me.
yeah, but
Moving is strong for me. There. I don't like seafood like that. I think it's
true,
cool.
true. That's the other thing is that I probably should also visit some other countries in that area just to kind of see overall what it's like. But yeah, that's a lot of sushi.
Yeah, like if you
I'm
into it,
not a
that could be a move, but I know
yeah, I
that's
don't
not
know.
me.
I don't think that's for me. But
Yeah, I could do
wait.
the Philippines. I like their cuisine.
Oh,
I've grown
sure.
accustomed,
Okay. All right.
but yeah, nah, Japan. That's a lot of like. Plus, I'm diabetic. That's a lot of salt. They do a lot of like
All of it's a lot of salt.
real talk. They put salt on ice cream out there, heavy.
Well, okay.
Yeah,
Well, that might not be too bad. Oh, I don't know.
it's good. I
Wait.
heard it's good. I'm just saying it's a thing.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's a
Man, I'm saying I'm saying it as someone that knows I'm gonna eat that. That's
thing.
not the thing I should be eating. I'm not fighting you on it at all.
Right, yeah, like, I know it's out there, but I also know it's out there. Yeah. Okay,
Oh man.
that's a good point.
You see, we got dreams, bro. We
Yeah,
fighting
we
Blue
are.
Monday. We fighting you off a week early.
We are. It's this has definitely been about dreams.
Uh, in other news, Michelle Obama to skip the Trump inauguration.
Good
That's
for
right.
her.
Yo, well done.
Don't
Keep it consistent. You
don't
don't like
be
this
at
lady.
that. Also, she wasn't the politician, she was married to a politician. She
Real
don't have
talk.
to keep coming to that shit.
Yo, low key, you know why I rock with Michelle? Because she is like, in terms of politicians, she is the have that same energy,
Mm,
like advocate. Like she rock with you, she rock with you. If it's something that I gotta do, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be professional.
mhm.
But if I don't gotta do it and I don't rock with you, you gonna know.
Right, and
And I vibe with that.
I think she is at a point right now where she's just like, "Yeah, we're far enough removed that I don't need to
Yeah,
do this."
real
Because
talk.
she wasn't at, Jimmy Carter's funeral either,
Right?
because she had something else
Yeah.
scheduled, and I'm
That
like,
wasn't a
"That's"
diss so much as she got something else popping.
yeah, she had something else to do, and I'm like, "That's absolutely fair. We don't consider it a referendum on your views of Jimmy Carter. You just
Yeah,
had other things, and really, the one everybody wants to see is Barack. So,
yeah. And
yeah,
he
it's
showed
like,
up.
yeah, like, no, you go on and do it. You the one that was the president. I ain't got to do this.
Real
So
talk. I
great,
gotta change
you,
my plans because nah, B, you
yeah.
good?
So, and then the Trump inauguration too.
I did it
No.
once.
I did this once. I ain't doing this shit again. I
Real
don't have
talk.
to be there. I don't have who knows? Maybe she has another thing planned, but I hope that other thing planned is ignoring this.
Real talk. Whatever she
Where
got planned, she
whatever
just planted.
yeah, I hope that's what it is. Maybe she also has MLK
Mm.
day plans. You know what I mean? Like again, it's not just the inauguration, it's also MLK Day and Blue Monday. There are plenty of reasons to not go.
Real talk. You might have Blue Monday because it's an inauguration.
Right, you know,
Real
like
talk.
know that in advance. Great. Just yeah, you know, there are a lot of there's plenty going on that you don't have to go to that. So good for her. And I hope
Real
that
talk.
she because I mean people really did just put a lot on her
Right.
and she had to withstand a lot of that with, um a fair amount of grace. Um but she don't have to do that shit no more.
Yo,
She don't have to do that shit no more.
she ain't
Trust
run not one time.
yeah, trust me. I mean, think of the 4 years that Trump wasn't president and he would be out doing stuff. Where was Melania? That bitch was ghost.
Real talk.
That bitch was ghost.
Think of
And
the 4 years he was in office. The chick was still ghost then.
like like I dare say she ain't thrilled about having to do this shit again.
Real talk.
So, yeah,
And
like
to be clear, I'm not even mad at her for that. Like,
right,
I think I respect that. Like, the person that's married to the president has taken on this extra responsibility.
right.
But like, that's not something that should be thrown on somebody like that. That's messed up.
Right,
Real
yeah.
talk. Like you had those aspirations, and you being a good leader doesn't mean that I gotta be
Right,
doing
yeah.
stuff on front and center. Like I'm you being the way I'm here to help is because I make sure that they happy at home. That's it.
That's one way, right. I mean, like,
I'm a good partner for
it
that
is
person.
it is part of it. It's, I guess, a good look if you were that way, but, I mean, like, if you're not, which I think we have seen, maybe not. Maybe she's not that great.
Yeah.
But she also, I mean, who knows? But, like, I don't, she definitely, when it was over from the first time, she for sure, Melania was just like, "Deuces."
Real talk.
And
Relief.
yeah, now that she's gotta be back at it, she don't look thrilled, and, we'll see how that plays out, for the next, uh, I wanna say 2 years. I wanna say 2. I don't wanna give give them the full 4. I just wanna say 2, and then we'll see what happens. I
Mm.
mean, by that point, maybe I'm living in London and it is no longer my concern.
Hoodie Shalewa has spoken.
Not not Hoodie Shalewa. That's how you know it's a Blue Monday. Hoodie Shalewa shows up.
Finally, a woman gets a $500,000 lottery prize from her elephant gift exchange, her white elephant gift. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
good.
fire. Indiana woman Emily Hickox, 25, told Michigan lottery officials she ended up with the Detroit Lions ticket after her family's gift exchange on Christmas, which is also her birthday. Oh, the my cousin purchased the ticket for the White Elephant gift exchange at our family Christmas party. My dad actually won the ticket in the gift exchange, and I won the gift. He brought a flashlight. He
Uh-huh.
wanted his gift back, so we made an agreement after the game to trade gifts. Yo,
Wait, hold on now. Hold on. So
yo, there's a lot of drama here, low key,
so
yo.
she so they okay. So she got a scratch off in the
So
white elephant thing. Or her
cousin,
dad did.
right, and it's from the cousin technically. Cousin bought the gift,
Okay, bought the
gives it
ticket,
gives it to the cousin to the dad.
and the dad won
Wants the
it,
flash right.
and
He
he
wants the
wanted the
flashlight.
flashlight. Dads, sometimes y'all
Oh,
are on top, but sometimes y'all stay losing because of dad shit, like
real
wanting
talk.
a flashlight.
Yo, this is the opposite of that air conditioning dream right here, yo. Real
Yeah.
talk. My man practicaled himself out of half a
Out of
million dollars, yo.
practical himself. Oh, no.
Oh my goodness. Yo, if you would like to place bets on how long before this dad is running a guilt trip on his daughter, all you gotta do is like, subscribe to the show, baby. If you're an Apple, Spotify listener, we appreciate your ratings. 4 stars, you think shit is sweet in this house? Hell no.
Mm-mm, not
That
anymore.
real talk. As much as that dad likes that flashlight, he needs $500,000. And he had it in his hand. Five
Mm.
stars, you know that this is the start of a podcast. Okay? Real
What?
talk. There is a murder that will happen here a year
Oh,
from now.
okay, sure. True crime podcast,
Real
yes.
talk. It's going down. You're gonna see it. Somebody's gonna die in the Hickox family. Good luck to them. Real talk. I'm not rooting for it. I'm just saying it's destiny.
Whatever it is, we all know that the flashlight is the weapon. If it's like my flashlight, I got one of them heavy mag lights
Low
that's
key.
literally just, my baton. I got enough candles. I don't need a flashlight. I can carry a candle, like, in a dressing gown, like old-timey days if I needed to, and the whole place will smell like apples, but I got that flashlight because I need to hit somebody upside the head.
Yeah, that's an ill self-defense class idea. Real
What?
talk. Flashlight self-defense.
Uh,
Flashlight fighting.
any single woman already knows how that works. Like, I mean, I used to sleep with a steak knife under my pillow.
Yo, that's wild work.
So so here's the cat now to say, "This bitch has a flashlight." Yeah, uh, so, yeah, we already know how to use hopefully. If you've had to run into your apartment because somebody keeps following you from a train station or circling your block or something like that, where you've had to walk past your place, or around a couple of blocks till you shake them and then walk back to your place and then run inside. you got a steak knife under your pillow and you got a mag light by your bed.
Oh my
So,
god.
yeah. So that's wild that that's what the dad wanted. He
Mm.
also she coulda kept it and he coulda just taken it from her later.
Yeah.
"Hey, let me borrow your flashlight," and then never return it. Are they
Real
not
talk.
family? That's how
That's
you get things.
real talk. That's how I got all my tools. Real talk. Everything in this house is dad's.
Right.
Yo, even I got a fridge in here that I've traded with him twice. Real talk. I wanted a fridge in my office.
Right.
I went over to their crib. They lived down the block from me,
Mhm.
and my dad had gotten like too many fridges.
Which is an insane thing to say, but
Real talk.
yes.
He had these too many fridges. I showed up. I was like, "Yo, what are these for?" He's like, "Oh, like I'm setting up one. I'm helping set up an apartment for one of our friends over there. They just started remodeling some stuff, and like his kids are moving back in. He wants to set up 2 studio apartments for them." And I was like, "Yo, this is fire. You should tell him where to buy one because I'm gonna take one of these." And I just took a fridge, didn't ask, let that dude figure that shit out.
Oh my
Took the
god.
fridge, brought it here, used it for 3, 4 years. And then I went back to visit again,
Mhm.
and there was a real full-size fridge in the yard again. And I was like, "What's this for?" He's like, "Oh, the your uncle's fridge went out, so I bought a replacement for it. And the guy gave me a good deal, so I bought two. Figured I'd keep it just in case something goes wrong with the fridge." I was like, "Guess what? Something just went wrong with my fridge."
I can't believe
And I did that. I brought my little mini fridge. I left it there, and I took this fridge. I got the fridge here. I ain't paid for either fridge. They're here,
Oh my
and
god.
I know, like in the house, like him and my mom would just be like, "Fucking Gastor," but that shit you do, real talk. And
Yeah,
I
I
hope I
mean,
hope my kids grow up and take all my shit.
yeah, you ain't wrong. That's absolutely right, but oh my god. That's so wild.
Yo, that's how I got my washer dryer twice. I got one 11 years ago like that. I got one a year ago like that.
Oh my god. I mean, I maybe it's just on such a broad scale. Like I have a new head wrap for when I tie my hair up at night that I took from my sister, but it's not exactly the same, right? I
Yeah,
just
nah.
borrowed it every time I went to stay with her, and then one day I accidentally packed it. And honestly, one of the things that I thought when I broke my ankle at her place, there it is, first mention of the year. I broke my ankle at her place and and she brought like I had to stay in the car cuz I couldn't go up the stairs to get my stuff. So she brought all the stuff down for me to repack so that we could go to the airport. And I was like, "Damn, she didn't bring her scarf. She took that scarf back." 'Cause
Mhm.
I for sure was gonna take it with me, but my stupid ankle. But I got it now. I
Oh
got it
yeah,
now.
real
So,
talk.
yes, but
Now
it's not a fridge. It's
it's
not a
yeah.
we
I
do it
do.
on the levels that we can do it on.
Look, I try to justify it by giving them shit that I know is not the same value.
Right.
Okay, like for New Year's, I had a lot of friends come over, so I bought a little like coat rack,
Oh,
and I
yes.
was like, "Yo, mom, you can have this." You know what I mean? You be looking out for me all the time. I'll let y'all have this. My mom was like, "I ain't want this," but
What am I gonna do
sure.
with this
What am I gonna do
stupid
with this shit? We got 4 people living in this whole house. Everybody got their own closet, but sure, gas. So thank you. But it's there. You know what I mean? That's about 1/100th of a fridge. I'm working my way there. You know what I mean?
Oh, boy, what a big help. What a big help.
Oh man. Anyway, I am the proud owner, but not proud payer of 2 refrigerators, Gastor Almonte. With the soon to be scarf owner. No, is scarf owner.
Yeah.
Shalewa Sharpe.
Yep, yep, yep.
Amen.
I am the reason for the ranch season, for the cool ranch season.
Yo, that's got a bar shot. Yo, low key. You almost stumbled on some kind of fire there. Real talk. Shalewa the reason for the ranch season sharp. Real talk. Yo, you sound like a wrestler.
Yeah,
Real talk.
actually, yes. That's my stripping name, actually.
Oh man. Catch y'all next time. This has been a flavorful episode of the War Report. Catch y'all next time. Peace.